guys, it's me, Danibuttons, and I'm here today with part 2 of my complete coloring book collection video and finished pages for the year of 2022. Part 2, this is also entirely Disney books. I got a lot. I did my math, but I'll tell you all the fun stats at the end. I will say this collection is a lot of random books. And there's a lot less pages done, but we'll talk about it as we go. First, just because they're tiny, I have 5 sets of Disney bookmarks. I didn't mark my pages in here because to me, these aren't like the rest of the books. I very much intend to like tear these out, gift them to people, either me having colored them or gift them to people so they can color them. And I don't yet have much done. So this one is vintage. And then the ABC the alphabet book. These two are the newest to me and I don't have anything done in those two. Then I have villains. Did I do a villain? Nope. I think I also got this one at the same time. Villains and Tsums, which again, these are just bookmarks, and this one's actually in upside down, which is weird. Like they're all attached in the wrong direction. And then finally, my favorite, I think, mini portraits. I do have at least 2 done in here. Let's see, hold on. I have a Genie done. And I have, where are you at? There he is, Olaf done. So, also, if you can hear Sam typing, I apologize, but he's working right now. And I'm just trying to also get some filming done. So hopefully it's not too annoying. But yeah, there are those 5. There are tons of these out, both in Disney and non-Disney, that you can buy on Larica. You just have to look up like marquee pages to color. I don't know. I never know how I find things over there. But yeah, there's 50 in each. And the goal is to use these to like mark my pages in books. But I also, like, I've given them out as gifts, like I said. So I'm just going to put those above me because they're too small. Okay, first up, I have portraits. Do we have glare going on? No, that's just his ear isn't colored, so we'll see. Portraits, tramp cover. A bunch of books are called portraits, so I usually say portraits, tramp color. This is a tiny one, and I have 1 page done so far, and it is Sadness. And I actually ended up using alcohol markers, so what I did was just covered the back with scrapbook paper. I might, in the future, like decorate this with some Disney stickers or something, maybe a quote, but for now, just leaving it like that. Obviously, I could have just left it with the alcohol showing through, but I don't love that look in double-sided books, so that's what I did. Super cute. This one's pretty easy because they're obviously smaller, so easy. All right. These are kind of like in size order, but then if I'm showing you and flipping them, I don't want my pile to be unstable, so I'm actually going to keep this one to the side. All right, next up is a book I just got in Disney World when I went. Can you see the like rainbow metallic? I hope. It's super pretty, but this is Art of Coloring Walt Disney World. This book came out for their 50th anniversary, and I'm pretty sure it is now available definitely on Disney website, but potentially on Amazon. But it is a soft cover. I'm probably never going to actually color in this and just keep this as a memento, but it has a lot of stuff from all the parks and all, oh, that's a cool page. Like their 40th anniversary, 10th, 35th, all the little logos they've had over the years. There's some actual like information in some of these about the original artworks and things like that. And it's just super cute. So, sorry. Then I have my Australian book. This is Disney Princess. And this was sent to me by my friend Sarah from Chronic Coloring Down Under. And it's super beautiful. So basically like each princess has a cover page like this, and the year, and then there's a bunch of pages from her movie. So this is another one that I'm like afraid to color in. I love these cover pages though. I think they'd look really good with like watercolor paint. So love that, and I feel like super cool to have an Australian book in my collection. So I have obviously my US books. I have French, Japanese, Australian. I thought I had one more. I do have one copy that came from Mexico instead. So it's like it's a worldwide love of Disney going on. Then this one's pretty new to me. This is the Ufufi. So this is from Japan, and it's super cute. And I love it because it has the colored image on one side. But I don't have anything colored in here quite yet. But Ufufi, I actually have the Donald, Daisy, and Goofy Ufufi in my like little plushes. Then another Japanese book, Disney Girls and Flowers coloring book. This one is kind of set up by country, which is super cool. And I actually got this at a local Japanese bookstore. So super happy to find that in person. Then I have 3 of this style. This is essentially the part 1 books, those colored by numbers. This is essentially the kids version. So they're called Coloriage Magics Mystery. So, and it's much simpler. So you can see who it is on each page. And yeah, they're obviously also much smaller. So I haven't done anything, but I have Princess. And I have Villains. The Villains ones are super straightforward. And the villain ones actually have the black outlines too. And then finally, the first one in this I got, so I actually do have some pages done, is the Mickey and Friends. And I did these 2. So I'm pretty sure I tried water-based markers and then ended up really liking, what are you called? Use all of my words. Twistable crayons is what I used. So the water-based markers, this is weird paper. I really thought I had done another one and I can't find it. So I don't know if I just am forgetting. But I definitely did these 2 because you can see that. So then my friend Ren gave me this doodling pad. And it came with like, it was either markers or erasers. But I finished one in here. Cute. And I just used, I think, crayons also, and then glitter gel pen. This one's technically Sam's, but I always keep it with my collection, Darth Vader and Family coloring book. And I don't have anything colored, but he has a bunch of stuff colored, but I didn't mark off his stuff. So, sorry, but maybe one day I'll actually color in here. I don't know why I've pretended it's mine. It's definitely his, but it's super cute. Then this was one of my first ever adult coloring books, Disney Princess Art Therapy. These were the ones that came out over here in the US, and they're basically all wallpaper. But fun fact, they're re-releasing the Villains volume, and I'm hoping it's updated pictures. So that's coming out, I think, in June, so be on the lookout. But my only finished page that I finished was this one. And yeah, very simple. I'm pretty sure I used Prismacolor pencils. But yeah, a lot of this book is very wallpapery. So there's still some good pictures. I don't know. But I'm keeping it for now. This is also a gift from my friend. So, and I like those hardcover ones. Then another pretty new to me one, Once Upon a Time. This is another super hardcover. Like if you look, the cardboard is like thicker than the pages themselves. It is a super sturdy book, and then it's just not cardboard on the spine so you can turn the pages. But this one is essentially like open books, so each page is a book about the movie, which is really cool, and I can't wait to work in it. But I'm intimidated by the double-sidedness. This might be the first one I do, but Daddy, I love him. I love King Triton. And another uncolored book. Are we sensing a theme? This is Vintage. Another one of those hardcovers. Apparently I have to tap on them. And this is just like vintage Mickey and Friends from the olden days. Another double-sided book that I should work in, but I'm scared. I think part of it is, again, that I'm afraid to like have to do pencils. I'm just not in the pencil mood right now. And it definitely comes and goes. So one day I'll be ready for pencils, and then I'll be ready for this book. And a book I do have a page done in, this is Mandalas. And there's actually a giant version called Mandalas. So I guess this is Mandalas with Beauty and the Beast on the cover. And these, I finished this one. which is barely a mandala, I know, but it is in a circle, and they did repeat the Evil Queen. So this is single-sided, so I used alcohol markers on that. I was debating going back and shading, and I was like, no, I actually like it how it is. I did like layer my alcohol markers, like on their noses. Whew. I went crazy over there. So I think I also used glaze on his glasses. Yeah, but some of these are more traditional mandalas, and some of them are just like the characters plopped all over, but that's a fun one. Then, I don't know what this title is. I should have looked it up. I apologize. Sam got this for me. I'm pretty sure he just threw this one in as a surprise for some holiday back in the day. And I call this one like the Rainbow Lesson Book. It says Art of Disney Happiness Coloring Lesson Book. So maybe that's what that all says. But it's a lot of the Japanese books will have examples in the beginning. So like this is the pink section, and then they'll give you an example and then give you some pages. So fun times, but I haven't colored in it yet. Yeah. Oh boy. Another one that you've probably seen every year I do these videos. This is the Disney Dreams Collection, original artwork by Thomas Kincaid Studios, and I have one whip in here, and that's it. And I've had this book for years. So one day, I've just seen such beautiful work that I'm super intimidated. And also, I like trying to copy the opposite page, but this is like oil paint, and even whatever medium I'm using is not going to come out the same. So, plus, I started this when I knew even less about pencils than I do now. So, I gotta jump back in, but I can't make myself any promises. Whew. Otherwise, I just love looking at this book, so I don't mind having it in my collection. All right, next we have, this is what I call the Japanese Seasons book. I wish that this wasn't here. That's annoying. But yeah, this goes through all the seasons. So there's one that actually has all the seasons on one page. And then, do we have good examples? Blooming season, okay. Pooh Bear. There's such beautiful pages in here that I haven't colored yet. Best wishes. I'm desperate to do this. I am sad how far into the crease it goes, but I think there's a fun Halloween page too, if I'm remembering right, but I don't know. I don't know. Super cute. One day. I won't be afraid. One day. Is there a Halloween page? There's like a bird. Oh no, that is the Halloween page. Yeah, there's a Halloween page. So I call that the Seasons book. I don't know. Then these next two are also from Disney World. These were gifts from Shaina. This is the Disney Princess coloring book. I don't think they sell this one anymore, and it's cool and heart-shaped. But I haven't done anything in here. These, like, there's a lot of pages in here. Oh my gosh, it's my two faves. This, I think the paper is going to be a challenge in here, because it's like a little bit of a step up from kids coloring books, but I don't know. But I kind of love, like, these are my girls, my two favorite princesses right next to each other. I gotta get to work in here. So, and it's fun that it's heart paper. So, one day. And then the other Disney World book is Mickey and Friends coloring book, and thankfully I have something done in here. I actually did a video on this, I'm pretty sure, because I did washi tape for the balloons. So again, it's double-sided, so it's water-based marker, but I thought that was pretty good. I don't know. I tried to do galaxy background, which is unusual for me. This is either a success or a mess. You'll have to be the judge for me. I don't really know. Whew. Then we have Disney Villains Spiroglyphics. This is actually just turned into one of my 10 books to finish for the year. So I have a good amount of pages done in here. And hopefully I'll have all of them done soon. Hopefully you can see. So these I like. They're fun. And overall, the darker the marker, the better it will look. But usually the farther away you are, the better they look. So you're probably seeing them pretty good on camera. There we go. There we go. I just use a dollar store, Dollar Tree gel pens for these. Usually takes about 2 gel pens. This one probably took closer to 3 because it's so much color. And these are perforated. King John. The Queen of Hearts. Shere Khan. And Ursula. So I think I have like 10 done. So halfway there. Hopefully you'll see all of these by the end of the year. And then we have the big boys. So, whew. This isn't even gonna all get in frame, but this is Disney Vitro. Oh, this is like my Pride and Joy book, which of course means I have nothing colored in it. No, I have 4 pages and a half. And I don't know how I'm gonna show this because again, it's much too big for the screen, but this is my whip. And I don't know why I haven't gotten back to it. So I have to do that soon, but this is with Prismacolors. And then I finished Hank from Finding Dory. And I finished Donald and Daisy. And I actually used like gift wrap tissue paper to put in between because it's so big. And I finished. This one I did in Inktense because it was on the back of like this type of page. And 95% of the time I don't mind the crinkles at all, but in this book I'm not a fan of the crinkles, so I probably won't do that again. But never say never. And then finally, Ariel. I did a 4-part video on this on my channel. Definitely last year, but potentially 2 years ago. And I like ranked all my favorite Disney everything. So that was fun, so check that out if you're interested. And that's Vitro. And of course, with Vitro Volume 1 comes Vitro Volume 2. This came out, did it come out February this year or February last year? It potentially came out February 2021. And I have not touched it because I'm a chicken. So these pages just take a long time and I'm not good at taking a long time on one page. I definitely have to just like do a little bit and come back to it and be okay with that. Like maybe 30 minutes a day or something. I don't know. So Vitro Volume 2. Oh. And then this one I'm likely never going to touch, and I just wanted it for my collection. But this is a movie posters, technically Volume 2, and I'm just gonna go right to the back. It has every poster in their color form, and it's all recreations, and it's just gorgeous. Like, Wally! I love it so much. And I just like looking at it. And it's funny because some of them are in English and some of them are in French. So I don't know why they made the decisions that they did. But they did. So beautiful. All right, let me move my giant stack. It's heavy. 1 second. Trying not to like go, ugh. This obviously isn't a coloring book, but I figured it'd be a good time to show you. This is the Disney's Who's Who, an A to Z of Disney characters. And I use this to like look up colors. So, and also for Danibuttons Bingo in my Patreon, sometimes we'll have a prompt that'll be like, color something that starts with Q. So then it's easy to go in here into the index and just like go to the Q section and then find those people. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. This is super helpful. Also, I just really like reading it because there's like fun stuff. So did you know Chicken Little's full name is Ace Chicken Little Cluck? I did not. Ooh, the original script Chicken Little was written as a girl. This was changed to introduce a father-son dynamic to the film. Interesting. So I didn't know most of this stuff and it's fun. But sometimes I do know it and I'm like, yeah, book, I did know that. And then I feel good about myself, so. All right, next is the stack of Pixel books. I have a bunch of the Japanese Pixel books I found most of these in my local Japanese bookstore. It was a crazy find, but they also have them on Amazon Japan. So I don't know what any of them are called. Again, I'm sorry. I would just look up like Disney Pixel. For whatever reason, I've looked at them so much that they just come up in my recommended. So I'm sorry. I don't know how to search them. But I have one page done here, which is the Cinderella page. And I did a mix of solid and dot method. And it's so cool. I don't know why this is the only book in this length, but it's fun. And they actually have info on the back. And again, like they have the name in English and then the info in Japanese. I'm like, okay, sure. But yeah, that's a cool one. And then I just bought this one from Amazon Japan. My bookstore did not have this volume. So I just like in my spreadsheet, I'm calling this one Japanese Pixels Orange. Like, I don't know. But this one's cool. I'm just going to show you a spoiler page. Cute. Excited to get some done in there. And then what I'm calling Japanese Pixel Yellow. Showing you one spoiler page. This one's fun because as you can see, there's so much like white space. And I feel like a lot of the books don't do that. A few of these Japanese ones do, but I haven't seen that in any of the French ones. So that's cool. And Japanese Pixel Blue. I have 2 pages done in here. I have the Chippendale. So these are double-sided and you have to use water-based markers. But it's another one with a lot of white space. And since there's so much white space, I thought it was easy to do the full solid coloring method. And then I did Dumbo. Cutie. Who, again, I just did solid because there's so much white space. So that's that. And then Japanese Pixel Green is my last one. I think that this is all of the Disney Japanese Pixels. They also have a Tsum book in Japanese, but I think it's the same as the French one, and I have the French one. So I'm not positive, but if I ever find it at my local store, I will check that out. Excuse me. But here's Winnie the Pooh looking super cute. Love it. And that is those. Yeah, I think that's all of them. Again, I found all of them but that orange one in my local bookstore. So if they ever have more, like the Tsum one, I'll definitely take a peek and see if it's the same. It's like a stain. Ugh. Okay. And now I have all the French Pixel books. I wish that they would come out with more in this series. It's been a while. So I have Girl Power, and I think this is the only one I haven't colored in. I'm going to show you a sneaky peeky. For some reason to me, a lot of these pages feel super dark. Like, look at Bianca's super dark, Belle and Tinkerbell. But I would very likely just pick lighter colors. So it's pretty easy to change these, especially when there's only a few colors. But nothing done in Girl Power yet. And then I have the French Tsums. I have a few done in here. For whatever reason, this one, like, the boxes aren't lined up. Maybe I seamlessly sliced pieces together. Maybe I didn't. But anyway, yes, in this book, for some reason, the boxes are not all aligned. They're askew. So some of them are aligned and some of them are not. But I finished this one. I did X's in the background and then circles in the foreground. I did my boy Ploots. I love Pluto. I did Belle. Yeah, so with the X method and the boxes not being aligned, it kind of looks funky. So I don't know if that's my favorite method for this book. And I did Jasmine. So cute, cute. Lots more to do in there. That's a fun one. I was obsessed with the Tsum game and with the little plushies. I have like 60 of them. I have like in my cube system, if you've seen it, one full cube is stuffed with them. So that was a phase in my life. And also, like, the best April Fool's joke I ever fell to was from them. They were like, okay, we've decided we're going to rename our app Zoom because nobody can say Tsum. And I was like, are you kidding me? And I was very flustered. And then we figured out it was April Fool's. And it was very silly. So I still laugh about that. Then we have love stories, and I've done one in here, and it is Hercules and Megara, my faves. So yeah, I started to do like the background. I do the X method, and then I get closer and I'll do circles, and sometimes I'll mix all three, X's, circles, and full coloring. So there's that one. I love them. And then we have Princesses and Fairies, and I only have one done in here also. Oh, I have two done. Haha. So there's Mulan and Mushu. And the background's gradient. I don't know if you can tell. And then Snow White. Beautiful, beautiful. Now I have, this is my Mexican version, so there it is in Spanish instead of French, but this is the Best Friends book, and my cover is bent, and that's bothering me. I don't know when that happened, but I did this one, and it's Pain and Panic, and I don't know if you can tell, but I brightened this up a lot compared to what they wanted. Let me just show you in the back. So that's what they wanted, and that's what I did. I like my version much better. Much brighter. Then we have Grand Classics. And I've done, yeah, Evil Queen. So this is when I did the X and then the solid. And I did Maleficent. For whatever reason, this page took me forever. I don't know why. Like, it was a whip for a long time. And I think the next one, too. Yeah. This page was a whip for, like, a full year. Rapunzel and Flynn. Don't know what was up with that. But I seem to like this method the best. That's what I've done the most of, maybe. Next, we have babies. So this I have the most done in. I have Simba. The Nemo Gang, Lilo and Stitch. This was, I think, the first one I had in this series, and I was just doing X method, as you can see. Hercules and Pegasus, then Mulan and Mushu. It's interesting because Mulan was never a baby in the actual movie, so they definitely made that up. And then, yeah, same with baby Snow White. Baby Pocahontas. And, oh, two more. I think, yeah, you can tell. They wanted me to do 3 different colors for like the background swirl, and I ended up doing 2 because you could barely tell already, and I didn't want to be messing with a whole nother color to barely be able to tell. And finally, the 3 pigs. A little bit random, but there they are. So I know a few people have finished this one, and I'm debating. This might be 2023 10 to finish. We'll see. I hate finishing books because then they're over, which is silly, I know. Then we have animals. And I just finished Sebastian. And that's when I did the X and the solid color. I do really like how this looks. So this is a fun one too. I like doing these methods in the books that have the answer key because you can definitely see what you're doing, which makes it easy. So that's animals. And finally, for our pixel books is Mickey and Friends. I think I have 3 done in here. So Plutes. I love how that looks. I love Plutes. And Minnie, only 2 done. This one, finally, I used all 3. I've been hinting at it. So I did the X and then the dots for the hearts, and I actually used glitter. I don't know if it's coming up. Oh, a little bit. Glitter for the hearts, and then solid for Minnie herself. Beautiful. So this one's a lot of fun. There's a lot of bold colors in that one. So that's the end of my pixels, and now we just have the grand block style. But I also, at the bottom, let me just cut it in line. Hold on. It's still really heavy, the pile. Okay. I do also have the Vitro scratch off book. I haven't tried it yet, but I figured I would show you. And basically, it's like this, and then you like scratch it off with a tool and it'll be colored in. So I keep that with my Disney collection. Hopefully I will one day actually try this, because I have little scratch cards that are Disney that I got from Daiso, the Japanese dollar store, and so I figured I'd give this one a shot too. All right, now we just have the block style. So the block style, like this villain block, all open this way vertically, and they're all bound at the top. So here is villains. A lot of these I just added to my collection this year and don't have much in them, unfortunately. So, but here's the first one. I love that Ursula's on the cover. Of course, I just like focus on any purple covers, but I guess we'll kind of quick flip. It's a lot of villains doing villainy things. And all of these are single-sided, which is nice. Then this is actually, I'm desperate to try this one. I just kind of forgot for a little bit, so hopefully I'll work on this soon. But this is a Trompe-l'oeil Grand Block style. So it's basically the Optical Illusions. So can I tell who it is? It looks like it's Lilo. There is an answer key in the back. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, that's a Brother Bear one. Let's see. All right, so that's Chip. And then in the background, can I tell? I'm just embarrassing myself. It looks like young Sven and Kristoff, and then it's Brunei in the front. Perfect, I nailed it. But what's exciting about these is they are single-sided, so you could use alcohol marker. But again, I'm not sure how well alcohol marker is going to work on this paper, but I do want to give it a try. And again, they do have the answers in the back. So if you have been wanting to try this style, like from the other books, but are wanting to try an alcohol marker, this might be the way to go. And that's what that is. Nothing done for me though. Then this is the movie posters, and this is essentially volume 1 to that other big, beautiful Lion King cover book. And I think that originally volume 1 came out the same way as that Lion King book and is no longer in print. I'm not positive, but I think that's how it happened, and this is like the newer version. So these are the movie covers, or the posters, and there's a bunch from old cartoons, and these also have in the back the color versions if you were to try to copy them, which I do appreciate because I do love copying. I don't know why. It's just a fun way to do things. So beautiful book. Haven't done anything. Another pretty new one that I haven't done anything in is a BFF. So this one is just BFFs, and again, I really like a lot of the images in here. Oh my gosh, totally your favorite. Because they're simple and to the point, and I need to work in here more. I admit it. That's why I was thinking of doing that vlog series where like I pick a movie once a month or once a however long the vlog takes and do one color by number, one pixel, one non-color by number from that movie, because I have all these beautiful non-color by number books that scare me. Really, my goal is to just do one a month that's not color by number, and I still don't even think I've been hitting that. So we'll see how we go moving forward. Then I have Celebrations, and I do have one done in here. Hooray. And it is this Easter page. So it says Easter Surprise. And again, in this book, some of the pages have English writing and some have French. It seems, I mean, I love Winnie the Pooh and Co. They're great. But for whatever reason, I'm like extra drawn to specifically rabbit pages. I eat rabbit pages up. I love how they look. So there's that. But this has a bunch of birthday, Easter, I think some holiday, New Year, Halloween. It's got all of it. It's got it all. It's a really good one. And I think they have this in a few other styles too. Like it's called Celebrations. Maybe in like the other block style. There's like series of these books, and there's one that's this, like it's square but bigger. And I think there's Celebrations in that form. I don't know. There's so many out there. It's crazy. All right, this is the alphabet book. And this is one of the ones that I was like desperate for, that I bought back on like Amazon France, and I like had to make an order. I only have 2.5 done. And apparently I only tabbed the 2. So what's fun for me in these is I actually use washi tape to fill in the letter. And I think it looks really cool. So I have that one, and T is for Tigger. And again, what's fun in this is there's some in French, so like the letters are not what you expect. Let me see where she is. Like Moana in French is Viana, so she's for V instead. But a lot of them do end up working out, which is nice. Then I have silhouettes. And I have one done in here, and it is Cusco. So this book is cool, and I've seen a lot of beautiful work, and it scares me, you're right. And I did glitter gel pen and like metallic paint that hopefully you're seeing. And then I tried to copy the lettering from the VHS cover for the words. So I don't know. I like it. Do you like it? Let me know. And I have mosaics. So this is kind of like Vitro adjacent because it is mosaic style. And I again finally finished a page in here. And again, it's rabbit because I love rabbit pages. And I think this came out good. So we're so close to done. I think we can make it. All right. So again, I think it came out pretty good. I like it. And now that I've done one, maybe I won't be afraid to do more. And I also used alcohol markers and a little bit of glitter. All right, then the final book for section number 2 before the stats is actually 2 books in 1, which I'm now realizing I only counted as 1, but it's 2. So this is actually, let's see if I can, Portraits Volume 1 and Volume 2. And what I ended up doing was I took mine apart and I put them in this case. Because if you've heard anything about the... I'm going to get interrupted again. Uh-oh. We're just going to wait it out a second and see if we make it. Yes, we've made it. My dad and Sam are going out and they're talking to each other. If you've heard anything about the block style, it is that they could potentially fall out of the book. So I just decided to jump the gun and take all mine apart. And this is actually like from the cover page, and I put that in the side. And the problem with this is that it's kind of a weird size paper because it is like, I don't know the British sizes, but it's like A4 or whatever it is, and we don't have the same size over here. So you have to be careful when you're picking this, but I did find one that fit, and I cut them out. And then the sneaky part, I guess, or what I did for mine, is I ended up putting the movies in chronological order-ish instead of the way they were. So I think because I wanted to put my cover pages in here, I had to like remove 2 or 4 pages from the books total. So I just picked ones that I didn't like, and I did that. And now I have it all together, and it's in chronological-ish order because, like, for example, Toy Story. There are some characters that don't appear until Toy Story 2 or 3 or 4, but I just put all Toy Story together. So if that makes any sense. And here we go. So first I did the Daisy page. These are going to be super glary, and I'm so sorry for that. But what's nice is that when I'm actually coloring them, I just take them out entirely because they are also one-sided. So you can use whatever medium. So I used glitter gel pen and alcohol marker. And I'm, again, super sorry for the glare, but there she is. And I just put her right up front because she was the only, like, Mickey and Company friend. And I figured that that's, I don't know where else to put her. Then I did Lucifer. I don't love this green border at all. I feel as if it was a mistake. But I did his name in glitter gel pen, which is why it's hard to show you extra. And then I did him in alcohol marker. And I have Pongo, and again, a lot of glitter gel pen. So all of the dots are glitter gel pen, his name is glitter gel pen, and then the rest of him is in alcohol marker. And then I did Robin Hood. Ugh. So this one I attempted, oh my goodness, it's so much glare. I'm so sorry. This one, I attempted to do acrylic paint background. And it seems that if you're doing anything but black, you're gonna need to do multiple layers. So I don't particularly love how this came out, if I'm honest with you, but it's done. So I don't know, there's that. And then finally in here, I did Ralph from Wreck-It Ralph. And I did all alcohol markers on Ralph. So let me try to tilt it so maybe you can see. So there is that. And again, I just put the front cover in the front and the back cover in the back. Or the second volume in the back. And I don't know if I love that I've done this, but I did it. So it's kind of cool to have all of them here. I also was not the most careful with ripping them out, so they're a little fluffy at the top. But anyway, okay. Up to the stats portion. This part, I essentially showed you 47 books because this is 2 volumes that I forgot. So 47 books plus the 5 sets of bookmarks because I also forgot to write that down in my slideshow. Not my slideshow. Jeez Louise. I forgot to write that in my spreadsheet. And I don't think I'm going to because, again, the goal for those is a little different than my regular coloring books. But here's the embarrassing part. 47 books. 22 are completely untouched. Wah, wah. That is not great numbers. For me, though, with the Disney collection, I'm not too upset because I really am collecting. So when we get big numbers of untouched in the rest of the collection series, I'll be a little more disappointed, but I really do love just picking these books up and looking at them, and I'm so happy to have them in my collection and on my shelves. And maybe the more shocking part, 60 pages is all that I showed you. So again, I definitely have work to do, but I don't know. I have these books forever. Nobody's going to take them back from me, so I have time. But now that means 47, 28. That means I have 75 Disney coloring books plus the 5 sets of bookmarks. So 80 Disney coloring items. That's pretty cool. And of the 80, I did 65, 186. I've colored 246 Disney pages, and I have 29 untouched books. I don't know what any of these numbers mean, but they're fun to talk about. So that is that. Those are my stats. Let's pick a random book to pick our word from. I'm not going to do this one since it's hard to flip through. Let me pick. Oh, I have all the heavy ones on top. Hold on. Let's pick the Disney Princess book. Ready? 1, 2, 3, stop. Ooh, I'm going to go for tiger. So our secret word is going to be tiger. So yes, all of the hullabaloo. Our next section, we are going to start getting into everything else that's not Disney. So I'm probably going to do like a color by number collection, maybe holidays, favorites. I might have a whole collection video just on Camellia Angelkova at this point. I don't even have all of her books, but I sure do love them. So keep a lookout for parts 3 through 8 coming at you every other day until the series is done. Yes. So thumbs up this video if you enjoyed. Comment anything you want to comment down below, including our secret word, tiger. Subscribe if you haven't. I'm a fun time, and I have so much cool stuff coming at you. And I will see you again in 2 days with part 3. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so sorry for all the interruptions today, but I'll be back again soon. Bye, friends.